Namaskaram, everybody. Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat
Namaskar.
Parabrahmane, Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Parabrahmane Namaha, Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Just a second. All right.
பூவஸ்னி என்ன யோ ஸ்ப்ரே பண்ணியா?
Mommy, mute பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Please mute yourself while we are starting this. Okay, here, let me share my, just a second. Okay. So what we will do today is, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good. Slideshow from the current. Just a second, please. Now I think. So what we are doing today is this lecture 16. We will review it very fast. We have completed this lecture last time, but because there was a request, so I thought I would just give you a quick overview of lecture 16. Just within 10 minutes, we'll finish this. And then we'll take up the remaining portion. Today, we will mainly focus on Khanda 3 only. We cannot go to Khanda 4 so easily. So let me just go through this lecture quickly, then we'll go further. So Tritiyah Khandaha, Brahma Devebhyo Vijigye Tasyah Brahmano Vijaye Deva Amahiyanta Ta Aikshanta Asmakameva Ayam Vijayo Asmakameva Ayam Mahimeti. So I'll quickly tell the story. We already told this. I'm just summarizing the story for you. It seems that thing is once the actually Brahman was behind the victory of the gods against the Asuras or the Rakshasas. There was some battle there, and then once the Devatas won, but they didn't actually. Brahman made them win. They did not understand it. Oh, ours is the victory. Ours is the victory. They were very happy and proud that the victory belonged to them because they were great or whatever it is, right? Then what happens is, see the Upanishad skips a little bit the story, but the Acharyas fit together the story clearly. What happened was suddenly when these people were enjoying, that is the Devatas were enjoying, Indra, Agni, Vāyu and all, suddenly a strange, adorable personality appeared. And they could not figure it out. So they said, okay, Agni, you're the first among the gods. Why don't you go there and check out who this person is? Then Agni went there and then tried to check out who that person is, and that person gave a test to Agni. Who are you? Well, I burn everything anywhere, anything anywhere in the world or above. But when he put a small piece of straw in front, Agni could not burn. So Agni went away. Then they asked Vāyu to come, and the Vāyu Devata to come and see who this person is. The same thing happened to Vāyu, because that Vāyu was unable to even move the piece of straw. So then what happened was, Indra himself came. Indra said, Indra went there, and immediately that Yákṣa, or the strange being, adorable strange being, disappeared. When Indra was there, suddenly a lady, Umā Haimavatī, beautiful lady, came in that spot. And it seems that Indra asked, this is the fourth section. I'm just giving you what happened in the fourth section just to complete the story. Indra asked Umā, who is this Yákṣa? Umā says, oh, Brahman, this is surely Brahman. And it's his victory, not yours. But you people are great because you're at least were able to come near Brahman, Agni, Vāyu, Indra. Obviously, Indra is above all the gods. Because Indra came closest to Brahman. So this is the Tritiya Kāṇḍa. The whole story is contained just in these statements. What we did was, we took the introduction given by Śaṅkarācārya for the Tritiya Kāṇḍa and explained it last time. So since we explained it last time, over an hour, I'm just saying, let us, just quickly go over this. Okay.
One point I have to ask, please.
Yeah.
Here, Brahma, what you referred, is it Chaturmukha Brahma or Parabrahma?
Parabrahma only. Parabrahman. So Śaṅkarācārya starts his Vyākhyana here. Brahma devebhyo vijagye avijñātam vijānatam vijñātam avijñānatam. So Śaṅkarācārya gives an introduction. Look, in the past it was said this Brahman is not known to the people who know, and it is known to the people who don't know. What a weird way of putting it. And it is said in puzzles. Brahman's nature, you cannot touch, feel, or the Brahman is not available for any of your sense organs nor your mind. Then what will happen? Most people will think that Brahman doesn't even exist. They're making up something called Brahman. So an ordinary person, manda buddhinam vyamohaha, an ordinary person would not even accept. Oops, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Can you see my screen properly? The last line I'm reading is vyamohaha, is the last word here. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we do.
Hear and see also.
Okay, you can see vyamoha. Okay, very good. So the thing is, ordinary people will think that Brahman doesn't even exist. They are all making it up. So to avoid that, Śaṅkarācārya, Śaṅkarācārya, just a second. So Śaṅkarācārya says, I can't see the screen properly once. Let me just move things around here. Okay. Tadeva hi maboditi tadarthayam akhyayika arabhyate. So this whole story or episode starts because ordinary, the Upanishad thinks that, okay, if I have to deliver the right information to everybody, we should not confuse the ordinary people who think that Brahman may not even exist. So this wonderful episode happened. Tadeva hi Brahma sarva prakarena prashastu devanam paro devaha Ishwaranam api parameshwaraha. So who is this Brahman? He is the very ruler of the universe, ruler of all the Devatas, and Ishwaranam api parameshwaraha. Whoever they think that they are Ishwara, he is greater than he is the power behind everybody. Durvigneyaha cannot be understood easily. Devanam jaya hetuhu. He is the reason behind the victory of these Devatas. Asuranam parajaya hetuhu. He made all the Asuras to be defeated. He forced the defeat on the Asuras. Tat khatam nasti ityetasya arthasya anukulani hyuttarani vachamse drishyante. So the thing is, why do people think that that kind of a powerful person can't even exist, or is not even there? Athava Brahma-vidyāyaha stutaye, or to bring like a glory to this Brahma-vidyā, this episode comes up. Brahma-vijñānādhi agnādyo deva devanam shreshtatvam jagmuho tato atitaram Indra iti. So the Brahma-vidyā is praised here because they brought in the episode of the great Devatas like Agni. Can we match Agni? Agni is the one which is the witness of everybody. In every human being, Agni is there in the form of digestive, like the energy required to digest, to keep the body warm. So everything is happening because of Agni and those kind of Devatas. So even they got into some trouble because Brahman is beyond everyone. So to bring the value of Brahma-vidyā and the glory of Brahma-vidyā, this episode is started. And knowing the Brahma-vidyā, even the Devatas attained their name and fame. And Indra was the closest. So you know the hierarchy that human beings are somewhere down below here. And these Devatas hardly could understand Brahman. Probably they couldn't understand. One second. So Śaṅkarācārya wonderfully brings in powerful Upanishads to tell other people, ordinary people, look, you may not be able to see Brahman. Brahman may be beyond your mind, but etasya va akṣarasya prashasane gāgye surya chandramasau vidritau tishtataha. Look, because this is, he picks up from Brihadaranyaka, the conversation between Yajnavalkya and another person, maybe Maitreyi, there. What Yajnavalkya says is, look at this person, this Akshara, this immutable Brahman. Because of this Brahman, the sun, moon, and everything are in their orbits. Because of this Brahman, dhyava pitrivyo vidrite tishtataha. There is order in this universe. I will not go through every word of it. Because in any country, people who give charity is praised. Why that regularity? What is the science behind that regularity? Masa, Ritavaha, the months, days, and everything, all this regularity occurs because of this Brahman. I said something about Halloween. We don't worry about it. You can check the prior lectures for it. And here Śaṅkarācārya brings in Shvetashvetara Upanishad, Tamishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram Tam Devatanam Paramam Cha Devatam Patim Patinam Paramam Parastat Idama Devam Bhuvanesha Medyam. So he is the Lord of all Lords. This is Brahman. And you cannot miss him because he is behind everything which works. We cannot claim that we do it because something is making that is the whole purpose of Kena Upaniṣad, right? How does my mind work? How does our Indriyas work? How does my mind perceive objects? How do we speak? We are not able to completely do what we are doing today without the help of the inner Lord. That we need to understand. Right? So this is the end of the last class. Athava durvijñayam brahmeti. So the thing is, this Brahma is durvijñaya. It is very difficult. Yena agnādayo atitejasopi kleshena eva Brahma viditavantaha. With great difficulty, Agni and all these Devatas understood Brahman. So did even Indra. Even he could not understand Brahman properly. So it is, don't think that any person here in this world, they may have a PhD or they may have a Nobel Prize or something. Not that they can understand Brahman easily, because even the gods could not understand Brahman. Vakshamana Upanishad Idiparam va sarvam Brahma-vidyā vyatirekena praninam kartatva bhoktatvad Abhimāno mithya etat darshanartham va akhyayika yatha devanam jayadhyabhimanas So what here Śaṅkarācārya brings in a wonderful idea. Unless people know this Brahma-vidyā properly, all human beings, everybody, prani, every one of us, including animals, they think that we are the doers, we are the enjoyers, and this Abhimāna, or the false pride, will never go away unless a person truly knows what is Brahman. This Brahman knowledge should be constantly present in our minds. And this fake pride that we are the doers, we are the enjoyers, we are the reason behind all the good things happening, and all this kind of fake ideas we get, that has to go away. That is mithya. Because even the Devatas got this false pride that they won over in the battle against the Asuras. That is why Śaṅkarācārya gives a wonderful introduction. So far, this is what we did in the last class. So far, everything okay? Do you remember all the stuff we did last time?
Yeah, it is coming back. Yeah, thank you.
Good, very good. Now, I'll take this out. Okay, where do you? Okay, here. We'll start. Okay, I'll start in. Share screen closed. Share. Lecture 17. Yeah. So, do I push this window? So, Indra, wait a minute, where is it? Oh, I think that is the last slide. Let me come to the first slide. I hope you can see the slideshow. Can you see slideshow lecture 17?
Yes.
Okay, good. Tritiya Kandaha. Now we will jump into Śaṅkara Bhashya itself. We finished some of this. Okay, so this till here we have finished it already. Now we'll go to this. This is Śaṅkara Bhashya continued. Okay, Brahma yathokta lakshanam paramha kila devebhyo arthaya vijigye jayam labdhavat. So what Brahma yathokta lakshanam means what? In the past sections of Kena Upaniṣad, Brahman's nature was explained. Brahman's features were explained as it is the power behind our senses, mind, intellect, and things like that. And our intellect, our mind cannot perceive it. So different explanations in the Kena Upaniṣad were already said. And that Brahman, to help out the Devatas, to give Devatas benefit and make them win, Devebhyo Arthaya Vijigye, that is Brahman made these Devatas win the battle. Jayam Labdhavat. Devanam Asuranam Cha Sangrame. So these battles are happening between Devatas and Asuras constantly. In one of those battles, Sangrama is battle. So Suran Jitva, Brahman made these Devatas win. Jagadaratin Ishvara tu Bhetrin Devebhyo Jayam Tatphalam Cha Prayachat Jagatastemne. Śaṅkarācārya's try to understand what he's saying here, right? Jagadarātīne, that means the enemies of the world. Ishvara setu bhetrāne. So Ishvara has set some limits, These Asuras, evil people, are breaking the limits. That means they are going beyond the limits. So there is this Ishvara Setu Bhetran is an amazing sentence Śaṅkarācārya uses. Because what is Setu? Setu is Dharma. What is Dharma? Every aspect you look at, they have their nature. Our eyes just can see, that is their Dharma. Our ears can hear, that is the Dharma. We are inside this body, which is made of flesh and mind, intellect, and everything put together. We can't get out of it. And so we have to follow a Dharma to make sure everybody's intellect, everybody's body, mind, intellect are working properly. So all of us have to follow some rules and regulations to make sure this Dharma exists in the world. We can't go and take away somebody else's property, somebody else's wealth, just like that. If we do that, we are breaking Dharma. We are not allowing that person to freely live in this universe, which was created for all of us. So the animals also, we cannot take away their lives. Everybody in this world are empowered by the Lord. And only when we follow the Dharma, things work out. These bad people, Asuras, what they're doing? Ishvara Setu Bhetrana. They break all rules of Dharma. They create adharma. Devebhyo Bhetrana Devebhyo Jayam Tat Palamcha Prayachat Jagataha Astemne. So this universe is being maintained by the Lord of the universe, Brahman, because he is secretly helping the Devatas, or even explicitly helping the Devatas everywhere, so that let the Devatas win. Why does the Brahman wants to make Devatas win? Because Devatas are supposed to have Sattvika Guna, or purity in their purity. Their nature should be purity. Here and there, they will also mess up. They also make mistakes, but they are naturally supposed to be pure, sincere, and they are helping the whole world. Why? Look at the Agni. They are helping everybody's body to be warm. Surya and all these entities in this world are making everybody's life livable. So Brahman has this Leela, right? Brahman's will that all this should work properly. Jagataha stemne. Stemne means the way it's working right now, it should work further, or the truth should succeed. The truth is truth in everything, truth in the working of everything in this universe. Tasya hakila brahmana vijaye devaha agnyadayaha amahiyanta mahimanam praptavantaha. So Brahman got them the victory, and this Agni and Devatas thought, the victory is great. We are now the better people now. We are better than them. Tada atma samsthasya pratyagatmanaha ishvarasya sarvajnasya sarvakriya phala samyojayituhu praninam sarvashaktehe jagatah sthitim chikirshoho ayam jayo mahima cha ityajanantaha te devaha ikshanta ikshitavantaha. So what Śaṅkarācārya uses wonderful sentence here. Then these devatas, Agni, Indra, all these devatas, Atma Samstasya, right within them is this Pratyagatma. This Pratyagatma is the one Atma controlling everything. That Atma is Ishvara. And that Ishvara is Sarvajna, that is all-knowing. Ishvara is the controller, the all-knowing inner controller. Sarva Kriya Phala Samyojayituhu. He makes all the actions happen. He makes all the fruits of actions happen to the right parties. Praninam sarvashaktehe. And he is the energy behind the energy of every being. Jagatah sthitim chikirshoho. That is, He makes the world happen, the universe work. Ayam jayo mahima cha ityajanantaha. These devatas conveniently forgot that this real victory is for the inner controller, the inner ruler, the Ishvara, that is all-knowing Ishvara sitting within. Te devaha ikshanta. They thought, ikshitavantaha means thought, Agnyādi swarupa parichinna atmakritaha. So Agni and all, really speaking, they are limited adjuncts, upadhis. Agni is one aspect. Like that, Indra is one aspect. Like that, Vāyu is one aspect. They are only upadhis. But they are parichinna, means limited adjuncts, limited. Aparichinna is what? Brahman, which is unlimited. All these devatas are limited in everything, in every way. They thought, no. All the good and all the victory has to be ours only. Asmakam evayam mahima. We alone are the victors. Nobody else can be behind us. Agni, Vāyu, Indra, Indratvadi Lakshano, Jaya Pala Bhuto, Asmabhihi, Anubhuyate, Na Asmat, Pratyakatma Bhute, Ishvara Kriti iti. Oh, why did we win? Because we are good. Just can't help it. We are great. Why do you think people are calling me Agni and that person as Indra and this person as Vāyu? We earned our names and fame, our position. We are great, simply great. And there is nobody like the inner Atma, Pratyakatma, which is the real controller for everybody. No, we are the controllers. We are helping others live. If I don't heat up the bodies will all die and everybody will die. So if the Vāyu thinks that if I don't let other people breathe, everybody will die. So I am great. So these kind of ignorance, pride came into the minds of these devatas. What to talk about others? Tritiya Kandaha. Now we go into the Śaṅkarā bhāṣya of this section. So far, okay? Everything fine?
Question.
Yeah.
A question. According to Śaṅkarācārya, Brahman doesn't have the doership of anything, right?
I can't hear you. Tell me again.
Brahman doesn't have the doership of any actions, according to Śaṅkarācārya. Am I correct here?
What do you say? Brahman doesn't have what?
Doership. He doesn't
Doership of action.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right? But the way he phrases everything here, it seems that Brahman is the doer of all actions. He got the victory and... Right?
Yeah.
So is that not contradicting his own view about the doership of Brahman?
See, in Śaṅkarā bhāṣya, what do you call Sagūṇa Brahma himself is Nirguṇa Brahma. See, what you call is Sagūṇa Brahma is also the same as Nirguṇa Brahma, but it appears as Sagūṇa Brahma. So
in different levels of reality, right?
Sagūṇa Brahma is the Brahman with all the features, all the greatness, Sarvajñatva and all those things, Ishvara, is verily same as Nirguṇa Brahman. Nirguṇa Brahman is not realizable, not understandable. I would say, no, I should not put the word realizable. I should say Nirguṇa Brahma is not understandable because our senses, mind, everything cannot perceive Brahman as an object. But Sagūṇa Brahman they can perceive, right? Do you understand? Sagūṇa Brahman can be perceived. So initially, when everybody goes out and understands Brahman as something different from all this world, they will understand them as Ishvara, creator. So, what do you call, Śaṅkarācārya agrees with the same Sagūṇa Brahman. When they go deeper, they know that it is Nirguṇa Brahman. See, this was, Śaṅkarācārya shifts between Sagūṇa and Nirguṇa aspects freely. What is Nirguṇa is same as Sagūṇa. The Sagūṇa Brahman is exactly same as Nirguṇa. When we go dig deeper, this what do you call the characteristics come to the Sagūṇa Brahman, which is less real. At the end of the day, there are two realities: Vyavaharika Satya and Paramarthika Satya. Sagūṇa Brahman comes under the Vyavaharika Satya, but that is the only thing accessible to everybody. That is the only person who can worship, whom you can worship. And because you worship, you will get jnana, and finally you will get jnana, which will give you the Triputi Laya, or the jnata, jnaya, jnatra, that is knower, known, and the means of knowing everything will fuse, and you will achieve Nirguṇa Brahman. So Nirguṇa Brahman is never known.
Does it mean that Nirguṇa Brahman creates Sagūṇa Brahman?
Nirguṇa Brahman is behind everything in this universe. You, me.
That he creates Sagūṇa Brahman too.
You can say create in your own word, but but the way Śaṅkarācārya puts it is everything appears because of Nirguṇa Brahman, obviously.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Looks okay?
So I understand.
One thing you have to remember, all these are models to understand the Upanishad. What is a model? A methodology. What do you call? It comes with axioms. What are the axioms? Universe is unreal is an axiom of Advaita. Brahman alone is real is an axiom of Advaita, right? So the Advaita is a methodology model, like Newton's model of physics, Einsteinian model of physics. So your different models which explain things, right? This is just like that. Advaita is a model. That is why we already told long time back, Advaita is a mata. Mata means what? Opinion. The Upanishad doesn't tell whether I'm telling Advaita or Vishtadvaita, Advaita or any Vedānta. It doesn't say anything. Upanishad is neutral. Upanishad just says what it is. You figure out what that is. You make your own models. That is fine. We'll go further. We don't want to digress and go into a big discussion outside this topic. Okay? So, tadhaisham vijajño tebhyo havo ha pradurbhavatanna vyajanata kimidam yakṣamiti. That is the original verse in the Upanishad. They did not know who that venerable being was. That's what Hiranya says. Let's go further. Evam Mityabhimāna. Now we are coming to Shankara Bhashya on the third section. Evam Mityabhimāna Ikṣanavatam Tatha Kila Yesham Mithya Ekṣanam Vijajñau Vijñātavat Brahma Sarva Ekṣitruhi Tat Sarva Bhuta Karana Prayoga Prayoktritvat Devanam cha mithyajnanam upalabhya ma eva asura vad deva mithyabhimana manat parabhaveyuh iti tadunukampaya devan mithyabhimana mana apanodanena anugranhiyam iti. See how Śaṅkarācārya explains here. Evam mithyabhimana ekṣanavatam tadha kila esham mithya ekshana vijajño vijñātavat brahma. So the Brahman understood, well, these devatas are thinking wrong. They think that they are the powers behind everything. This Brahma is sarva ikshitra, he sees everything. Tat sarvabhuta karana prayoktritvat. So he is behind the indriyas. Karana means the tools which everyone uses, all of us, sarvabhuta, all beings are using the tools provided by this Brahman. He is making our bodies work, the minds work, the indriyas work, everything work. Devanamcha, also the devatas are being powered by this one Brahman. Mithya jnanam upalabhya. Unfortunately, such great devatas got the wrong idea. the erroneous concept that they are behind all these things. Brahman thought, ma eva sura vat devaha mithyabhimāna manat parabhaveyuhu. Oh no, let these devatas not be defeated one day because they are getting the wrong idea, because they are the powers. They will destroy themselves by ignorance or wrong knowledge. They will become like the other Asuras and Daityas who destroyed themselves due to their pride. Let these devatas not be destroyed. Tadanukampaya, having pity on those devatas and to remove their wrong knowledge of mithyabhimāna or pride that they are behind everything, to bless them, anugrihniyamiti, to shower blessings on these devatas. This Yákṣa Brahman took the form of Yákṣa. What is that? Tebhyaha devebhyaha kila arthaya pradurbabhuva. Only to help these devatas, Brahman appeared as a Yákṣa, as a venerable being. Swayoga Mahatmya, because of his power. Here, the yoga here is the power of the universe. Maya is his power, right? Mahatmya, Nirmita, Nirmitena. Śaṅkarācārya doesn't say anything more here. He just Swayoga Mahatmya. He has his divine powers. Using his powers, he creates a powerful, adbhutena, stunning, vismayapaninena, awe-inspiring form he takes up. Devanam, Indriya Gochare. He wants to be, even though he cannot appear in front of anybody, because what I mean is, he is not perceptible to anybody's senses. But still Brahman said, no. These people don't believe if I don't come in front of them. I'm going to show them. He came with a divine, powerful form and made himself accessible, perceptible to those devatas. Devanam Indriya Gochare, Pradurbhavuva, Pradurbhutavate. He appeared so that they can recognize, oh, there's something strange they haven't seen. Tat pradurbhutam brahma na vyajanata naiva vijñātavantaha devaha kimidam yaksham pujyam mahadbhutamiti. But still, the devatas were surprised, but did not know who that person is. What is this? Yaksham, a very venerable, pujyam, oh, this inspiring, awe-inspiring, great. Feel like, we should worship him. But mahadbhutam, it is a powerful, but we don't know who that person is. This I'm just putting some notes from Hiranya's translation. We don't need to go through him because it's just same as this. Here, yoga is explained in the Tika. I think Anandagiri Tika or some Tika is there on Kena Upaniṣad. There he says it's the union of the three fundamental gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and his signifying is Maya Shakti of the Parabrahman. That's the Tika there. Te Agni Mabruvan Jata Veda, Yetad Vijani Hiti, Kimetad Yakshamiti. They told, oh, Agni, go figure it out who this person is. And here, he went near that Yákṣa, and the Yákṣa asked him to, burn the piece of straw. He could not do, right? That's what is explained in the original. Now, the Shankara Bhashya here is Tasmai Trinam Te Ajananta, right? Yeah. Te Tad Ajananto Devaha Santarbhayaha. Now, Śaṅkarācārya is explaining the original what happened. All the devatas are sitting here in a party or something. Suddenly this great person appears. These devatas don't know who that person is. Santarbhayaha. Inwardly they are afraid. But they want to understand what this person is. Then say, oh, Agni, you are the first person, man. Agrigamini, you are the leader. Jata Vedasa, you know everything what happens. Sarvajña Kalpam. Why you Jata Vedasa? Because you are in everybody. You know what is happening in every being. You know everything. The temperature is everywhere in this universe. So you know what is happening everywhere. You're like almost Sarvajna. You know everything. Abruvan Muktavantaha. This Devata said, Hey Jatavedaha, Etat Asmat Gocharastam Yaksham Vijanihi. Go check out who this Yajna is. He's appearing in front of us, but thing is, we don't know who this person is. Visheshato Buddhyasva. All we know is like a blob, some powerful thing. But you have to understand who this person really is. Get some more details about this person. Natvam Twamnaste Naha Tejasvi. Kimetadyakshamiti. You are the one who is bright among us. Agni, you are bright. You are powerful, intelligent. Go find out. Tatha astu. One second. Tatha astu iti tadyaksham abhiadravat. Then Agni went down up there. Tat pratigatavan Agni. He went near that Yaksham. Tam cha gatavantam piprichisum. The thing is, Agni wanted to ask Yaksha, who are you? Who are you? Right? But Agni doesn't have the, he can't, pragalbhavatvat tushnim abhut. He couldn't figure out the words to talk to such a powerful being. Agni's tongue was tied. He was stammering probably stammering. Then Yaksha, well, Agni is not speaking. Let me speak. Yaksha says, Agnim prati abhashata kositi, who are you? Evam brahmana prishto Agnihi. The Brahman has asked Agni, Abravit Agnirvai Agni. Oh, now he is asking who I am. Agnirvai. Now, Agni Namaham. Agni is well known, you know. Everybody who reads any Veda, so Agni. Agni is the Agnimi Ele Purohitam. Even the Vedas, Rigveda starts like that, right? Agni is well known. Prasiddho Jata. I am very well known. Jataveda. They also say I am Jataveda because I know everything what is happening. Some people say Jataveda, by birth itself I know everything. Jataveda means whatever happens, I know. Iticha namadvayena prasiddhat taya atmanam. I am known by these two great names, and praising himself indirectly, he says, I am Agni, Jataveda. Eva muktavantam brahma vochate, tasmin evam prasiddha guna. I am telling all these things because some people among you want to understand the relation between Sanskrit and the original words of Śaṅkarācārya Sanskrit, and the way he gives context and reasoning behind everything, right? Am I doing the right thing, or you just want to just hear the summary and skip to the Upanishad portion, which is more philosophical in the fourth section? Do you want to go through the words of Śaṅkarācārya here completely?
Yeah, we do want. At least I want.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Eva muktavantam brahma avochate. Honestly, believe me, I am learning a lot from all this, because Shankara Bhashya, Sanskrit, and why he uses it, why he gives the reasoning, it's amazing for me. And I'm learning a lot because of that. Eva muktavantam brahma avochate tasmin evam prasiddha guna namavati tvayi kim viryam samathyam. So Agni said it with all pride, right? Then Brahma said, okay, you seem to be very, very famous. Prasiddha guna namavati. You are known by famous names. Tvai kim viryam samathyam. What you really have? What is the, who are you? You know, what's your power? So abravit idam jagat sarvam daheyam. This is the explanation of Śaṅkarācārya's view of the Upanishad. The Upanishad is very small. There is a lot of missing sentences there, in fact. But Śaṅkarācārya puts in the, fills in the blank. So abravit. That is, Agni said, idam jagat sarvam daheyam. This whole universe I can burn, you know. Bhasmi kuryam. Just like that, I'll make them into ash. Yadidam stavaradi prithivyamiti. Anything in this Prithvi. Prithvi does not mean only earth. Even the sky and anything above, I can burn. Even in the universe, star, wherever you can see, Agni can burn anything. Prithivyaabhi, Prithivyamiti Upakshanartham. Prithivya is only example. Prithvi and so on, right? Yataha antarikshastham api dahyate eva agnina. Whatever is in the sky also can be burnt by this Agni. Tasmai evam Abhimānavate Brahma. Oh, so much of pride this Agni has. Brahma tranam nidadhau. Brahman placed a piece of grass in front of the Agni. Puro Agni stapitavat. Brahmana yeta trinamatram mamagrataha. Brahma said, just this piece of straw, why don't you burn? Nachedasi dagdum samartha. If you are unable to burn this piece of straw, muncha dhagdritva abhimana sarvatra. Leave your pride that you can burn anything in this universe. That abhimana, the pride has to go from your mind. Do it. Ityuktaha. Having heard this, Tatranam upapreyaya trana samipam gatavan. So Agni went near the piece of straw, sarva javena, with all the force, sarvotsaha kritena, with all the enthusiasm. He went near the piece of grass. Gatva tat na shashaka na ashakat dagdum. Going near there, trying to burn the piece of grass, could not burn the piece of grass. Look at this. This is a scenario in the normal life you don't see it, right? If you put a straw into Agni, it would definitely burn. There is no exception to it. But this Yákṣa, Brahman, created an exception to teach Agni the lesson. Sahajata Vedaha Trinam Dagdum Ashakto Vridito. Because of he was unable to burn this piece of straw, Vriditaha, ashamed. Hata pratignaha, unable to prove his power, and even his words were made untrue. He was made a liar in front of that Yákṣa. Tata eva Yákṣa deva tushnim devan prati nivavrate. Then he said, there is no point staying here anymore. He went back to the Devatas. Nivrittaha Pratigatavan na etadhyaksham ashakam shaktavan aham. I am not able to find out who this Yákṣa is. Vijñātam visheshata etedat yakshamiti. So now the Agni's turn is over. Tritiyah Kandaha. This is just an example, just a translation of it. Athavayu mabruvan vayavetad vijanihi. Oh Vayu, the wind god, go find out what this Yákṣa is. Wind god went there, and then he said, "What is? I am Vayu. Indeed, I am Matarishva." He said. Let's go to the Śaṅkara Bhashya here. Atha anantaram Vayum abruvan he Vayo etad vijanihi iti ityadi samanartham purvena. What it says is the same thing, the same meaning is there, just like how Agni was sent. Same thing happened to Vayu. What does Vayu means? Vanat, gamanat. Vana means going. Atva gandhanatva. It helps smell to be the act of smelling. It enables the act of smelling because it spreads the perfume, or it brings those particles to the nose. Vayu, that's why it is said as Vayu. Matar yantarikshe. Matarishva is another word used by for Vayu. Matari means antariksha, or the akasha, space. Shvayati, it stays in space. That is Vayu. That is known as Matarishva. Idam sarvamapi adadiya grinhiyam. I will blow away everything. That was the idea. That was what Vayu said. Edidam prithivyam ityadi samanameva. So whatever in this universe, whether it is on earth or somewhere else. Okay. Even he could not do anything, and he went back. Now it was Indra's turn. Indra's came. Athendram abruvan Magavan etad vijanihi ityadi purvavat. So the thing is, Magavan also wanted to find out. Indraha means what? The word Indra means Parameshvara. Indra actually means Parabrahman only. Okay, but here Parabrahman's name is given to Indra, who is a Devata. Indra takes up different roles, right? That is, Indra, something, he will lose the status of Indra because of some shapa or something sometimes. Due to some yajna and other things like that, he can become Indra also. So Indra is a status, it is a post. The word Indra directly could mean Parameshvara. Indraha, Parameshvara, the Maghava. So thing is, Indra says, I am Parameshvara. Maghava says, I am supposed to be the god of the gods. Maghava means Balavatvat. I have the power. That is Maghava. Maghava, the word Maghava also is used in the Upanishad and the Vedas as Upasaka Bala. That is, if somebody is doing meditation, Upasaka, right? He will give the power of meditation to the meditators. So in that sense also Maghava is used. Tatheti tadabhyadravat. Even what do you call? Even though Indra came right there, tasmat tad Indrad atma samipam gatat. Yákṣa realized that Indra is coming near. He disappeared. Indrasya Indratva Abhimāno atitaram. Why did he disappear? Śaṅkarācārya says, I want to take away, I want to destroy the ego or the pride of this Indra that he is the god of the gods. So I won't even grant him a meeting. He comes all the way to see me and I won't even meet him. So he did it on purpose, that he disappeared. Samvadamatramapi nadat Brahma Indraya. Not even one word he spoke to Indra. No meeting, no conversation. Tadyaksham tasmin akashe akasha pradeshe atmanam darshayitva tirobhutam indrascha brahmanaha tirodhana kale yasmin akashe asite. What did Indra do? Indra did not return like the other devatas. Yasmin akashe, he is in the space to meet that Yákṣa, and that Yákṣa disappears. He was visible till now just as some kind of a form, and a powerful form, beautiful form, or whatever. But even that beauty in all the form went away. But he was thinking, Indra was thinking, what is this? Who is this Indra? Who is this Yákṣa? I am unable to see, and he just vanished. At the same time, in the same space, tasmin akashe. See, even Indra came to that space, right? In that space, akasham, saha Indra, tasmin akashe, tasthau, he stood there, kim tadyaksham dhyayan, nadiva vrute ajñādevati. He did not return like the Agni and other devatas. Tasya indrasya yakshe bhaktim buddhva. So Indra was always, he was very deep in worry and in dhyana, that why I am not unable to see this Brahman. I want to see this Brahman. I want to see this Yákṣa. He doesn't even know it is Brahman, first of all. It is a strange being. I don't know who that being is, but I want to know. And seeing the devotion of Indra, Vidya, Buddha, look at how Śaṅkarācārya means here. Bhaktim Buddha, knowing the true yearning in the heart of Indra, the true devotion in the heart of Indra, Vidya, the very knowledge came, Umā as Umā, Pradhurabhut Stri Rupa, she appeared. So Vidya is knowledge. Vidya is Atma Vidya, Adhyatma Vidya, that is spiritual knowledge. It took the form of Umā, and in the form of Umā, that is in the form of a lady, Umā, Stri Rupa, Pradhurabhut, appeared. Sa Indraha tam Umām bahushobhamana. Indra saw that Umā, who is very beautiful. Bahushobhamana means very beautiful. Sarvesham hi shobhamananam shobhanatama vidya. Look at how Śaṅkarācārya understands it. It is not just the physical beauty which appears to the eye. Sarvesham hi shobh. Among all the beauties, knowledge is higher. Because this lady has that knowledge, or the knowledge herself, knowledge itself has appeared like this lady, in the form of this lady. That is why Bahushobhamana, that is the ultimate among all beauties, is knowledge. Tada Bahuma Shobhamana iti Vishesham Visheshanam Upapannam Bhavati. That is when the word Bahushobhamana becomes the adjective Bahu becomes valuable, suitable, explicable. Only when you know that it is just not physical beauty, it's also the knowledge there. Haimavatīm, Hemakrita Abharanavatīm iva. Look at how Śaṅkarācārya understands this. First he says Umā. Doesn't say anything about Umā. Haimavatīm means Hemakrita Abharanavatīm. Oh, it is like having golden ornaments. So a person who is wearing, who is decked up with golden ornaments. Bahushobhamanam ityartha. In that way is physically also very beautiful. Bahushobhamanam and also vidya only. Bahu is explicable only when you know that is vidya, knowledge itself which has come in that form. Athava, but we can also understand according to Śaṅkarācārya, Umā Haimavatō duhita. Umā is the daughter of Himavan. Haimavatīm is the word used in the Upanishad. Himavataha duhita. We can say that in that way also. Sanskrit allows us to say that. Haimavati nityameva sarva. Why is she? That Umā or Parvati. Even the Amaravani, Amara Kosha says Umā Haimavatī. Umā Gauri, like Umā Haimavatī Gauri or something is Amara Kosha. I'm forgetting Amara
Umā
Kosha.
Kātyāyani Gauri.
Umā Kātyāyani Gauri. Right. Umā Kātyāyani.
Kalindi.
Yeah. So even who wrote Amara Kosha?
Amarasimha.
Amarasimha. What Vedānta does Amarasimha belong to?
Don't know.
Is he an Advaiti, Dvaiti or Vishtadvaiti? Amarasimha.
It's a grammarian.
Huh?
Grammarian.
Well, grammarian, even Vedānta Deshika can be a grammarian, or Ramanuja.org can be a grammarian.
I don't know. I don't know.
Amarasimha is a Jain. He doesn't belong to Vishishtadvaita Vedanta or any Vedanta. Even Amarasimha says Umā means Parvati, Gauri, and all. Right? That is the Rudhinama. Rudhinama means that is how it has come in practice. The word Umā is associated with Parvati in practice. So, Nityameva Sarvajnena Ishwarena, Shiva here is Sarvajna, Ishvara, Pashupati, right? The famous Shiva. That Sarvajna, he is Sarvajna, that is, he knows everything. This lady, Parvati, is always with her husband, Ishvara, Sahavartate, iti jnatum samartha iti jnatum samartha iti. That means he knows because she always lives with this Parameshvara. She also gets the knowledge from this Parameshvara. Kritva tam upajagama. Oh, Indra goes near that wonderful lady who comes there, who is Parvati. Indra tam ha umam kila uvacha papracha. Indra said to that Parvati, Umā, Bruhi kimetad darshayitva tiro bhutam yakshamiti. What is this? Something appeared, a venerable personality appeared, and suddenly that Yákṣa disappeared also. What is this? Indra asked that lady, Umā. Oh, this ends the because it starts in the section 4. Let me stop share here. And it's roughly an hour. Why don't we do one thing? We will start section 4 next time. why don't we stop here? But if you have any questions, we can talk, discuss. Hope we are now warming up to start this session, Kena Upaniṣad classes after a 2 or 2.5 month break. It's good that our people upstairs, our acharyas, devatas, devis, Paramatma, Śrīmad Narayana, all are blessing us. Otherwise, we cannot do anything like this. If the blessings goes away, we have to remember ourselves that we don't have the pride or we don't have the capability to do anything. With this, do you have any questions?
I'm just curious, Swami, from last class of Bhagavad Gita that we had yesterday. What kind of Adhikārī are these Devas for Śaṅkarācārya?
See, they are definitely superior Adhikaris than any of our human beings or something like that, right? Obviously, they're superior. And see, we can only go by the words of Śaṅkarācārya here, right? Śaṅkarācārya is long gone somewhere. Otherwise, we have to go look at all his works on Devi Devatas and figure out what Śaṅkarācārya thinks about Devi Devatas. I don't know that. That means that you have to do a summary assessment of all the words in Shankara Bhashya which talk about Devi Devatas. Okay. In general, what we can say is Devi Devatas are marga. That means they are opening windows to Paramatma for Śaṅkarācārya, right? Because Śaṅkarācārya says that beyond any Devi Devata, you have to understand Atma Jnana. So what is behind all these Devatas is the Atman. So Atman is the highest for Śaṅkarācārya. There is no doubt about that.
May I know the question? I didn't listen properly.
Question is, in the last class, in the Bhagavad Gita class, we talked about Arjuna as whether he is a Madhyamadhikārī, Uttamadhikārī in yesterday. Similar to that, what are the Adhikara of these Devatas according to Śaṅkarācārya was the question. So I just answered whatever I could understand.
Yeah, can I ask? I have a doubt in the sense that according to Shankara, in his Sagūṇa, in his view of Sagūṇa Brahman, is Śiva a Devata or is he equivalent to Brahman?
I would take some time to answer the question. The reason is, it is very possible that Shiva is, see, as I say, Devata, any Devata can be taken as Sagūṇa Brahman in Advaita. So, yeah. Any Devata can be taken as a Sagūṇa Brahman, and through that Sagūṇa Brahman, as far as they have the bhakti to that Sagūṇa Brahman, that is fine. So, whether, Shiva is taken as a Devata or not, other than Sagūṇa Brahman, is actually a question. If you look at it in general, even Indra, if you do you remember Indra Prana Adhikarana in Brahma Sutras, where there is a person called what is his name? Pratardana. Pratardana is a Upasaka, Devopasaka. He is sitting and meditating on Indra. Indra appears from somewhere and say, Pratardana, you are meditating on me for so long. What do you want? He says, yes, yad manushyaya hitatamam manye. Whatever is the best for a human being to attain, why don't you help me get that? Then Indra says, Mam upasva, meditate on me.
Okay.
Then what the thing is, what he is trying to say is meditate on this power behind me. And then, so the thing is, all the Devatas become Dwara or windows into Paramatma. So there is, see, Śaṅkarācārya couldn't say anything different, I think, but I can check if there is any. I don't think he makes any hierarchy among Devatas, but many people say, even S.S. Raghavacharya and other people say, even Sachidananda Swami says, Śaṅkarācārya may be more leaning towards Vaishnava system. That is Sachidananda Swami's view, actually. Interestingly, Sachidananda Swami, who is a great author, I really like his Kannada explanations of Shankara Bhashya. Here, in where Uma and Ishwarena Saha Vartate, right? Uma lives always with Ishvara. Here is the first time in the entire Upanishad Bhashyas, according to Sachidananda Swami, the word Ishvara is associated with Shiva, Parvati, Pati Shiva. Nowhere
That is why
else.
I asked you the question. That is exactly why I asked you this question.
Nowhere else in this entire Upanishads or any number of Upanishads Śaṅkarācārya has written commentaries on. Nowhere in his works the Ishvara Pada is associated with Shiva Parvati except this Upanishad. Can anyone tell me that where else, in which other Upanishad, something like Shiva is associated with Parabrahman? In which Upanishad? Can somebody say?
Hey, Krishnaji, about the interpretation of Ishvara, let's talk afterwards. I'm still walking, so I won't be able to speak for now.
What did you say? Let us not what?
No, the question about is it Sagūṇa or Nirguṇa thing, I'd like to share some thoughts with you after this meeting.
After this meeting. Okay, we can talk. We can talk after this meeting. No problem. So, by the way, see, the Shiva issue is more complicated. What Śaṅkarācārya feels, it is also more complicated because there are so many works. Shivananda Lahari is written by Śaṅkarācārya, and there are Dakshinamurti Stotra. I don't know who wrote. Maybe Śaṅkarācārya wrote. I'm not sure. So
Kanakadhara Shloka.
Sutra is there. So the thing is, Śaṅkarācārya's view of Devatas is a separate topic, and it's not easy to say anything here with perfect knowledge or with a thorough knowledge. So let us not even consider this question for now.
There are two things. One is Śaṅkarācārya from his lineage, from his family side. It's more towards Lord Krishna. And
How do you know? How do you know, Prashantji?
That is just based on the stories that we hear about Śaṅkarācārya.
Yeah. See,
because
Prashantji, you look at this. The number of Śaṅkara-vidyās are 4 or 5 in number, right?
Actually, it is 23. 23 Śaṅkara-vidyās.
23 Śaṅkara-vidyās written by different acharyas who came after Śaṅkarācārya. The minimum distance in time between the first Śaṅkara-vidyā and Śaṅkarācārya's time may be thousands of years or hundreds of years, right?
Yes, 7 centuries roughly. If we consider as 8 centuries.
So 700 years after the lifetime of Śaṅkarācārya, somebody wrote about the story of Śaṅkarācārya or the history of Śaṅkarācārya. All of them they have to be understood with a pinch of salt, right? Make it a little fat pinch of salt.
Yes. When it comes to Śaṅkarācārya, actually there are multiple things over there. Even the Śaṅkarācārya, like the one who established the mathas and one who wrote about all this Advaita, there are confusions. It said that there is one Abhinava Śaṅkarācārya and one old Śaṅkarācārya.
True. That is
there are multiple things over there.
Yes. This is what you are saying is the belief of the Kanchikama Koti Pitam people, right? They believe that the famous Śaṅkarācārya is different, the Adi Shankara is different. So many things they're saying about, right?
There is a book, The Age of Śaṅkarācārya, that is Age of Śaṅkara, that says that Śaṅkarācārya lived around 2100 years back, but
correct.
Then even the Sringeri lineage, the first Śaṅkarācārya, if you go by the number of years the first Śaṅkarācārya reigned, Sureshwarācārya is the first Śaṅkarācārya for Sringeri Pitham. That Śaṅkarācārya reigns for around 800 years. That is something which is confusing. If you go by their by their records, all other Śaṅkarācāryas reign for around 50 years, 30 years, 50 years, but Sureshwarācārya reigns for around 800 years, from 100 BC to 800.
Yeah, that's very. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, in short, Prashantji, the Śaṅkarācārya's age dispute is not something we are going to solve here. With so little knowledge, I can't even understand. I know that a great friend of mine, Vidya Shankar, whom I respect a lot, who was also the cause. Vidya Shankar, Manivaradarajan, and myself were in a call long time back talking about Brahman Upanishad. That is when that conversation was the beginning of the two great groups, Bhakti list on one side and Advaita list on the other side, which was started by Vidya Shankar, that person, right? So he wrote a book, paper called Date of Shankara, comparing all these things. And he is associated with Sringeri Mutt. From that paper, what I understand, it is so difficult, and even his own friends from the other mathas don't agree with that paper. So let's not discuss this further. Let us change the subject and talk about something else.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? Then we'll stop this lecture now. Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Sama Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Hayavadana Parabrahmane Namaha, Sarvam Shri Krishna Pranamastu.
Namaskaram.
Thank you. Namaskar.